Hi everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have some project shares. I got a new design team package from KSCraft. This is for their March 2022 release. And I've gotten 6 projects done, so I wanted to come on and show you them. I will leave all product links down below to the AliExpress store, and some of these might be available on their Amazon store as well. I will link the Amazon store also. So let's get started. First, I'll show you the dies that I use for each project, and then I'll show you the project, okay? And I'll do some measuring. Hopefully I won't forget. So the first die set I got is called the Crafty Shadow Words. And KSCraft always makes beautiful word dies, and I love that they come with the shadow piece too. That just adds such a nice touch to your words. And you can use these for cards, albums, embellishments, all sorts of projects like that. So I'll show you the actual words because I cut them out. The first one is Create, which is I just love this font. It's so pretty. And I used some glittery foam from Hobby Lobby, and it came out great. Thank you, Gina from Scrapbonology. She gave me that tip to use the glittered foam. And that way you don't have to cut out 2 layers for the word. If you want to pop it up, it's already pre-popped up. So it cut out beautifully out of this foam. And I used some like robin's egg blue paper for the shadow. So this is ready to pop on a project. So there's Create. We also have Handmade. Speaking of measurements, I'll measure these too. So this one's about 4 inches, very pretty. And this one is 2.5. I just love that sparkly white and the robin's egg blue together. I made them all the same. This one says Crafting, and this one is about 3.25 inches. And this one can go with the one I'm going to show you next, which is Happy. And this one is about 2.5 inches. So you can have them separate, or you could put them together, Happy Crafting, which is a really cute sentiment to add to a card for a crafty friend. This one I thought was so cute. It's I Sweat Glitter. And I did use this on a project. This one is about 3 inches by 2 inches. So really, really fun. Also good for your crafty type projects. And then the last one is Inspire. Can always use that, right? So love this set. Again, that's called the Crafty Shadow Words. And I did use some of these in other projects. That's why I wanted to show them first. Okay, this one is the Big Pink Tape Shaker. And this is like an ATG gun. It comes with all the different parts for it. Nicole designed this, so of course you know it's designed well. It comes with like the tape roll, it comes with the like mechanism, and you can make it a shaker as it's called, which I did, and I'll show you in a second, but just wanted to show you the die set first. So that was really fun. I love making like crafty type projects. So this is what I made, and I didn't make it a pink one. Pink would be the typical color, and that's the one that's on the website, but I wanted to do something a little different. So I made the outline yellow. I used a gray floral paper for the background. I used a matte silver paper for the mechanism of the tape gun. And then I just used some white for the actual tape because that I thought looked like tape itself. I did pop it up on 2 layers of 2mm foam. I first started with 1 and I didn't think that was quite enough, so I added 2 layers. And I filled it with some different shaker bits that went with it. I used the I Sweat Glitter sentiment, which looks so cute. I think I used that same yellow paper for the sentiment, and also the gray one for a kind of a shadow, if you can see that. And then in the background for the actual shadow piece, I used that same matte silver foil. I used a square die set I had in my stash, and then I just took some of the same sequins from the shaker bits, and I just glued them on the outside of the card just to, add a little bit more decoration to it. I used a yellow and white gingham and a black and white polka dot for the back. I didn't make it into a card yet. This is about 6 by 6. I thought it would either be a card or the cover or a page of a mini album, so I didn't want to limit myself quite yet. So this is when it's all assembled. The tape gun is about 4.5 inches long, And from the widest part, including the little handle, is about 4.5 inches as well. So super, super cute, and it was really fun to make. There are other craft tools as well. I have one more in a project, and I have some others I haven't gotten to yet, and I will do that for my next video. All right, let's move on to the next project, which is the large elegant apron. And I was so excited to see this because I am a huge apron fan. Nicole also designed this one, and it's beautiful, and it is really large. I'll measure the finished one for you. It's just easier to do that, but these are all the different layering pieces. There's the main part, there's an inset piece which cuts out these really pretty or detailed like fold lines for the front of your apron. Then there's a background piece with the nice eyelet trim and stitched on the edges as well. The bodice also has a little eyelet trim too. There's the apron with the strings, and then a layering piece for the bodice. So let me show you my project. I made just an embellishment for with this so far. Hang on, it's coming. All right, and this is what I made. The bake sentiment is from a previous KSCraft release, and this one has a stitch shadow line. I love that. I'll link that too, but it's from another release. But so yeah, I just had fun with the different layers. I did make like the tie around the apron, and this tie I kind of paper piece, so it would be a separate pattern than the background color. Otherwise it would just be white. I just made it like the pink polka dot just to add a little bit more pattern to it. But yeah, I think it came out so cute. And I know there's probably a way to like flip this up, and then you can have this eyelet piece be like a, you know, the inside of a card or something. I'd like to try that for my next one. But for this one, I just wanted to assemble it as is and make it a pretty little embellishment. And I think this came out so cute. I used some 110-pound paper, so it's nice and sturdy. I glued on a piece of rickrack, as you can see, just to add a little bit of, you know, fabric charm to it. And yeah, I think that came out so cute. So this one is, I think it's about 6 inches. Oops, wrong end of the ruler. A little bit bigger than that, about 6 1/4 inches long. So really nice size. This could take up a nice 5x7 card. And then the widest part from the string to the string is, let's see, about 4 1/4, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, about 4 1/4. So really pretty, don't you think? Love that. So I'm gonna have fun doing this with like different patterns and for different seasons. This would be a really fun project to make at Christmas time and make it like a Christmassy kind of apron with gingerbreads on it. Maybe, you know, have some like utensils coming out of the apron. So yeah, really, really fun. Okay, moving on to the next die set, and this one is called the Heart Border Ribbon Organizer, and you get all 4 pieces. These are great to organize like trims in your stash. You could also use them for washi tape, but they're really big, so they're really great for your trims, big pieces of ribbon, that sort of thing. So it comes with a small and a large, and what you do is you take this piece is the background, and it has really cute little heart cutouts there on the edges, and then this would be the layering piece, and this one is stitched. So there's the small one, and then this is the large one, and I'll measure those for you in a second. Let me just put this over here. Okay, so let me show you the small one first, and this is it. I think it came out really, really cute. I actually used 2 pieces of 110-pound cardstock for the little heart piece in the background, just so it'd be nice and sturdy. And then I used some pattern paper for the layering piece. Love the stitch detail it gives, and it's just really nice and dainty. And this is that Hobby Lobby pleated ribbon trim, and a good size piece can fit on here. Good to share with your crafty friends or just organize like in a box, so it keeps things nice and contained and streamlined. So the smaller one, including the trim, is about 3 7/8 by just over 3. So that's a small one. And then the larger one looks like this, and you can see the size difference. So really, you know, definitely a big size difference. You could definitely fit more trim on this for your bigger pieces of trim. This one I used some of that Cricut card, what's that called, craft board that I got from Amazon recently. It's really nice and sturdy, so I thought that would make a good paper for this project. I also used 2 pieces of 110-pound cardstock for the background. This one is, again, my ruler's turned the wrong way. This one is about 5 5/8 inches long by 4 1/4 inches wide. Now KSCraft has similar sets, which I'll show you. I had made these in the past, and the ones in the past have just like a regular eyelet border with just the circles, and that's for both of them. So let me show you the comparison. This is the new one on my left hand, and then the right is the older one, and it's a different shape too, as you can see. So they're, you know, about the same size, and then this is the smaller one. So both really pretty, good to have a variety in your stash. So I love to wrap trims on this. I keep them in a photo box, and it really helps me to contain my trims without having a lot of huge spools around. So there's that one. I really like that. And then, okay, let's move on to the 5th project. And this one I used a few different dies in. I used this set, which is called the Elegant Nesting Tags, and it comes together, and they look very similar, but each of the tags has a like a inset piece. So for the largest one, it has a piece that when you cut out fits perfectly in there, just like that, which is really nice. Such a nice detail. And I'll show you how that looks because I did cut one out. And I did use the biggest size, so we'll be able to, I'll measure that. But the smallest size, if you're wondering, is about 2 inches by a little bit over 1 inch. So a really nice variety of sizes that you get for the money, and there's a lot you could do with them. You don't have to make them tags because there is no hole punched out, but you could easily punch a hole out yourself, either with the hole punch or with the crocodile. You don't have to use the layering piece. It just adds a nice touch, but you can use them separately, whatever you want to do. So I used that. Where am I going to put you? All right, let's put you right there. I also used the sunflower bow die, which is a new set, and this comes in 2 different sizes. You pick either the small or the large, or you could get both, but they're ordered separately. I actually used the small one in this project, and oh, it's so cute. I can't wait to show you, but let me just measure. Since I didn't make the large one yet, I'll measure like a flower for you. That's 2.5 inches across. The bow itself, well, it's hard to measure because it's not folded up, but unfolded, it's about 4 3/4 inches. So, you know, you take one end, bring it to the middle, the other end, and bring it to the middle. So it's a little bit smaller. All right, so I used that one. And then I also used another one of the new tool dies. And these are blender brushes. And, you know, confession, I had never seen blender brushes this shape before. So I looked them up, and yeah, they have these, and they're called like ergonomic blender brushes. So I actually want to try one now. The ones I have look like, you know, like makeup brushes. So I think these are really cool, and they have them on Amazon. So I might pick up a set actually, but I digress. You get both of these in the set. And so it comes with the blender brushes, and then it comes with the layering pieces. So it makes 2 different brushes. So, okay, those are the 3 die sets that I used. Let me move these over because of the glare. And I'll show you my project. And I made a big tag. And this is how it came out. I think the colors are so pretty. And it's just kind of like a nice addition to a gift, I think. So this is the sunflower bow, and isn't that sweet? It has the bow, you could see underneath, and then it comes with this leaf piece too, which is just such a nice touch. And then this is the sunflower. You could add more of the flower layers if you'd like. I just added the 2 that it came with, and it does come with that centerpiece too, which is embossed, so it has little like seed embossing on it. So I used a gold kind of a matte metallic paper for that. And that's the same paper I used for the tag. And you could see the inset tag just fits perfectly. You know, that's just such a nice touch, I think. And I used a stamp that I had gotten from Joann's, and these are the blender brushes. And I used some textured white glitter paper from Joann's for the brush part. I think that came out really nice for the actual bristle part. And then I did pop it up on some 3mm foam, and this foam I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. I posted a review about that foam recently. I used some yellow gingham paper. And you know me, I love to add buttons to things, especially crafty theme projects. So I just found 3 colors that go with this tag and added them. I punched a hole and added an eyelet with my crocodile and added some yellow ribbon. And yeah, that's my tag. Isn't that pretty? I'm really happy with how this came out, and I can't wait to give this to a crafty friend. Let me measure this because I forgot to do that before. Okay. This tag, the largest one, is about 5 1/4 inches long and about 3 1/4 inches wide. So super cute. The blender brushes are, let's see, this one is 2 inches by 1 3/4 or 1 7/8. And this one is 1 7/8 by 1 1/4. Good for embellishments, I think. And it's nice to have 2 different sizes, just kind of mixes it up a little bit. So there's that one. Okay, and for the last project, we have the Elegant Box Die Set. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. And there are so many different parts to this, which is really nice, but it's still easy to put together. This makes a cute little gift box. So what you do is you need 4 sides for a gift box, and this one cuts out 2, so you just cut this out twice. And then to jazz it up a little bit, there are different layering pieces. Now these 4 are different patterns. As you can see, there's a sunburst, there's like a trellis, there's this pretty patterned one, and this one with like little plus signs and dots. So these just cut into the paper, so you could cut into the sides of your box if you would like. This die cuts out the square. So you could either, I'll show you an example because it's kind of hard to explain, but you can use this to cut out the shape of the insets, or just, or not, and just have it cut out the side of the box. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll show you. And this part makes a shaker, which is really nice. And then it also comes with a cross, so that would make perfect little Easter gift boxes. So before I confuse us anymore, let me get out a few to show you. Okay, I made 2 different ones. This one I made Easter themed. Isn't it cute? It kind of reminds me of like a little, I don't know, like circus themed. But I used pink heavyweight paper to make the box itself. Very, very easy to make. And then I made 4 little shakers using this die here. This one cuts out the shaker frame and the purple frame here. And then I used this square die to cut out the background and the acetate. And then I filled it with Dollar Tree Easter sequins and then other like Eastery color sequins I had in my stash. The paper in the back is Farmstead Easter from Crafter's Companion. So each one is pretty much the same. It has a little bit different sequins inside. And then just to cover the edges of the shakers, I added some yellow trim that I had in my stash. And I think that finishes it up really nicely. I added some yellow ribbon at the top to close it, and you just untie it and you can get the goodies in the box. And that same square die you use for the bottom of the box. It's really, really easy to put together. So this one measures top to bottom. It's about 4 1/4 inches tall and about 2 1/2 inches across and deep. So very cute. I had fun making a shaker, but then I wanted to try a different way to make it too. So I did make it with the sides cut out, and that's what this one looks like. So after I cut out the box sides with the main die, I took the trellis die and then just laid that on top of the sides of each side of the box and ran it through the die cutting machine, so it would just cut out the pattern but didn't you know, actually cut it out, just cut it into the side of the box. So I did that with all 4. This one I kind of messed up. I should have tucked this tab inside, but whatever. I just kept it at the back of the box. And then I used some acetate that's printed with gold foiled stars. And I added a little treat in there. I thought this would be like a nice Easter place setting. Of course, you could use this for any time of year. I added a little bit of Easter grass and a Hello Kitty egg, and I put a pretty little ribbon on the top that coordinated, I thought. This is pearlized paper that I got from Tonic Studios. Let me just open one and I'll show you what it looks like inside. So I was thinking that it would be fun to make these, and instead of using acetate to cover the windows, use some vellum and then put like a little battery operated tea light in these, and then put them on your dining room table or something like that. Wouldn't that be pretty? And then they could be favors for people to take home. So that's what it looks like on the inside. Lots of space. This is a little candy filled egg that I got from Target. So just, you know, just a cute little treat. I wanted to show you how big it was. You could fill it with jelly beans or candies or just a little gift, anything like that. And of course, one that's closed would be more of a surprise, but I thought this was pretty too. So yep, that's the same measurement obviously as that one. So those are all my projects. I hope you like them. Again, I'll leave links for all these products down below that I use. Really, really fun. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. I have some more dies from KSCraft that I'm going to get started on creating with, and I'm so excited. I just had the best time designing for KSCraft, and as soon as these came, I ripped them open and was eager to get started. So I hope you like them, and I hope I inspired you to do some crafting. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with more crafty videos. Take care. Bye.